With a reaction to the president's speech tonight. Good evening, Governor. And Governor, having heard the speech, what is the reason that you understand to be why we participate in this military action in Libya?
I think that was a profoundly disappointing speech because it proved that the Obama doctrine is still full of chaos and questions. It's dodgy, it's dubious, and it's a good question that you ask, Greta, because we're not hearing from our president what is the end game here. And with Gaddafi still in power, if we're not going to oust him via killing or capturing, then there is no acceptable end state. It's very disappointing that we didn't hear that commitment from our president that America's interests lie in Gaddafi being ousted. And without that being met, I have to again ask, why in the world will our military might be used according to the UN and Arab League desires and NATO's leadership in this skirmish or this war or whatever it is that Obama calls it or doesn't want to call it?
Well, usually on speeches like this, I think there are two purposes. One is substantively, to explain to the American people why we're doing a military action or whatever. The other is to inspire us to feel very proud of what we're doing and that this is the right decision. I actually thought tonight that he felt that he had sort of a flat delivery, that he lost the inspiration part, so it was hard to be convinced of the substantive purpose part.
Well, he did not articulate really what our purpose was, except some inconsistent humanitarian effort there in Libya. And yet the inconsistency lies with the questions now being asked, well, why not Darfur? Why not North Korea? What are we going to do about Syria? All these other areas where I guess America could intervene with our power and our resources to help humanity. He did not make the case for this intervention. U.S. interests have got to be met if we are going to intervene. And U.S. interests can't just mean validating some kind of post-American theory of intervention wherein we wait for the Arab League and the United Nations to tell us, thumbs up, America, you can go now, you can act, and then we get in the back of the bus and we wait for NATO, we wait for the French to lead us. That's not inspirational.
You know, I must confess that when this all began to develop and when I heard the reports that Gaddafi was saying he would show no mercy to his people, he compared them to rats and threatened to go door to door to inflict punishment. And this is, I'm lifting, of course, from the president's speech. When that was going on, it was so horrible that, but now with 2020 hindsight, it's obviously very easy for me to think, like, why this military action for this humanitarian purpose when more people are dying in other parts of the world?
Yeah, that's a good question, and that's the $600 million a day question that is being asked now, because that's the cost incurred by Americans as we support the no-fly zone, which, of course, the no-fly zone intervention or enactment is turning into more than that. Again, disappointing speech because we didn't get the answers. We want to know what is the end game. U.S. interests are Gaddafi's got to go. Killing him or capturing, he's got to go because he's going to seek revenge on the United States of America. That will be his MO from here on out, and he will sponsor terrorism unless he's gone.